Good evening, Pranesh. It's very unusual today. Normally, my good comrade Vivek is rattled after I've had my 30 seconds. Today, he's rattled even before I've opened my mouth. Vivek, please have patience. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Thank you. Now, Pranesh, look, forced conversion or conversion by means of inducement, allure, monetary, social, or health benefit, or through miracle cure inducement is clearly illegal and should be banned. The problem is not conversion or preaching. No sensible person can be against it. After all, religion is an idea, and a follower of any religion has every right to express that idea and try and convince people to come to his religion's fold. Just as Vivek has every right to preach communism and ask, those chosen handful to come to communist fold. Or just as I have every right to quote, unquote, preach science or atheism or Darwin's theory of evolution and try and convince people to leave religion and come into science's fold. So I can never be against conversion or proselytization. The issue is forced conversion. And unfortunately, there is a very thin line between ethical conversion and forced conversion. And the purveyors of religion snort it with gay abandon. We have seen how millions, Pranesh, of Sikhs have been converted in Punjab through those outlandish miracle cure rallies, where tens of thousands are attending it. The same is the case in Andhra Pradesh. The state is powerless to stop it. Number two, the issue is also not about people following different religions or one religion more than the other. As long as everyone loves and respects India and each other, why should it matter what religion one follows? Unfortunately, though, we live in a real world, Pranesh, and it does matter. We have seen this all too often when the newly converted become proverbially more Catholic than the Pope. They begin to espouse values that are not in consonance with Indian values of love and tolerance or over civilization for everyone and every religious belief. As soon as demography allows it, the balance tilts. We have seen this in the Kashmir Valley, haven't we? How ethnic cleansing of Hindus transpired, how cinema halls were banned, how women were targeted for what they wore, how homosexuals were persecuted, how Sharia was given prominence over the constitution. Number three, love jihad is a reality whether you like it or not. Look, impersonating someone else's religion for the purposes of entrapping a woman or coercing her to change her religion for the purposes of marriage or for living out a peaceful married life are criminal offenses. The means do not justify the end, where the end is an interfaith marriage, which by itself, of course, is a wonderful thing. Now, do these offenses happen? The answer is yes, by the hundreds. Swati Goel Sharma and Befitting Facts have been meticulously collating all these instances. No. Just 30 seconds. In any case, why blame the BJP when it was originally the Kerala High Court that ordered the government to quote, frame laws against love jihad? Go outrage against the court. Go outrage against Mahatma Gandhi. Just 10 seconds, who said, if I have the power to legislate, I would stop all proselytizing. Or finally, go outrage against Ambedkar, who said, Dalits should not convert to Islam as it will denationalize them and the danger of Muslim domination will become real. So my dear comrade Vivek, go outrage against Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. Jao, बहुत time है तुम्हारे पास.
No, you are create. Why do people in this country feel happy when a white man converts into ISKCON and adopts, Krishna?
Now you have 2 minutes.
Everybody becomes very happy.
Try and
एक
rebut
बुरा
me.
आदमी कृष्णा राम का नाम लेता है, आप खुश हो जाते हैं सब. Okay, you have not Anand.
Did you even, Pradesh?
Yeah, I'm rebutting you right now. I'm rebutting you right now.
Did you even hear me? Am I against
conversion? Listen to me now.
Am I against conversion?
I absolutely heard you. You are overhyping things which are of a very small degree. I mean, how long can a love jihad happen? How long can a fraud happen? How long can you fool people?
Sir, आपने सुना नहीं, Vivek Srivastava. I don't think you heard what Dr. Ranganathan was trying to say.